Hey everyone, this is Michael of the Round Number One YouTube channel. Let's talk about Stardom and the Forbidden Door, and if Stardom will ever be allowed to enter this Forbidden Door. Now, we're coming towards the second Forbidden Door event. Uh, Last year's Forbidden Door event took place in Chicago at the United Center. This year, the second Forbidden Door event will be taking place on June 25th at the Scotiabank Arena, formerly known as the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. But let's go back last year to the first Forbidden Door show and when it was announced. And Tony Khan said the following about Stardom when he was asked a question about Stardom's if Stardom will be involved in this pay-per-view. Tony Khan said he wanted Stardom to be involved in the cross-promotional pay-per-view, but they were unavailable because they were pretty much booked and they didn't have visas. What Tony Khan said is 100% true. Stardom had booked an event the same day in Japan that week, that day actually, and it was logistically it would be impossible for any Stardom talent to come overseas, especially considering that, again, they did not have visas. Now, back in March 2023, Tony Khan said the following about potentially working with Stardom. And Tony Khan said the following in the interview with the Battleground podcast. The Battleground podcast is on YouTube, so check them out. Tony Khan said the following: I'm interested in working with Stardom. It's something that I have talked to New Japan about. Obviously, they have that business relationship there. It's definitely something I'll be open to, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And the Forbidden Door show, it's coming up. I think we're about 2 weeks away. And Stardom again will not be involved with this Forbidden Door show, unfortunately. And it was kind of strange why they're not going to be involved with this show. First of all, let's talk about the issues that Stardom had. Number one, they had a pay-per-view scheduled on that day as Forbidden Door show. Unfortunately, again, this year, they also scheduled another pay-per-view on the same day as Forbidden Door. And I'll tell you the reason why this has happened again. The Stardom pay-per-view is going to be called, I believe, Stardom Sunshine 2023. It's going to be taking place June 25th. I don't know exactly where in Japan it's going to be taking place, but basically the same day as Forbidden Door. And if you've noticed, Stardom have worked out their visa issues, even from 2022. We've seen top Stardom talents such as Mayu Iwatani, who is a former Ring of Honor Women's Champion, the current IWGP Women's Champion. We've seen women from the other Stardom groups such as Club Venus and Cosmic Angels, Bina, Waka, and we've seen Momo from the Stars group, which is its leader is Mayu Iwatani, made their way overseas to work the New Japan Strong events. So the visa issues have been cleared up. Now the question remains, why haven't AEW and New Japan, why haven't AEW and Stardom come together? And we actually have an answer why. And this information comes, it's been printed in the recent Wrestling Observer, and this is some pretty interesting information why Stardom and AEW have not come together to work an event. The Observer says Stardom informed them they won't have any talent at Forbidden Door. This is Stardom talking to the Wrestling Observer this year. And Stardom goes on to say that they were not contacted by AEW at any point for the show. So it makes sense. Having not been contacted by AEW directly, Stardom went again and put on and booked the show on the same day as Forbidden Door. And you know, I assumed, especially this time around, that maybe it was Stardom that got cold feet, but apparently it's been Tony Khan getting cold feet on using Stardom women. And I'm trying to figure out the reason why he doesn't want to use Stardom women. Like, to me, it seems like he's playing the diplomatic game. You know, like when asked about Stardom, he's giving I find he's giving diplomatic answers. He says he wants to work with Stardom, but he really doesn't want to work with Stardom. And you know what? I find it really, really, really interesting that Tony Khan has relationships with New Japan Pro Wrestling, whose sister company is Stardom, and he has relationships with AAA, but he has not used any of the women from AAA. He has not used any of the women from Stardom, but surprisingly, you have Tokyo Joshi Pro women, just walk into AEW from the very beginning in 2019. Were able to wrestle in the AEW ring against AEW talent. I'm just wondering, why is that? Could it be that, well, obviously, Tokyo Joshi Pro and DDT are aligned. DDT is a promotion that Kenny Omega has wrestled in, that Nakazawa has wrestled in, that Kenzo, his name passes my mind. The new person that, what's his name? I forgot his name. The person who aligned himself with Don Callis. He was a former talent of DDT. You know what? Could this be a political reason why Stardom talent and why AAA women's talent are not allowed in AEW? As I said before, Tony Khan said that he contacted New Japan in regards of contracting Stardom talent, which I find ridiculous. Why don't you call Stardom directly? Why is he contacting New Japan? Could it be the reason why he contacted New Japan for this event is because he wanted Mercedes Moné? Mercedes Moné, reportedly her contract is not under Stardom. It's under New Japan Pro Wrestling. Could it be that Tony Khan was specifically interested in only acquiring the talents of Mercedes Moné for this Forbidden Door event, and, just played the political game to seem like he was also interested in Stardom talent when that wasn't the case? So, Stardom has some amazing talent. I remember a few years ago there was that incident in Stardom, but that incident in Stardom which one wrestler abused another wrestler in the ring, and this is a new Stardom, so I don't know really, like, what's the reason why Tony Khan won't allow the Stardom women to come over to AEW. Like I said again, could it be some hatred going on? Could it be that Kenny Omega doesn't get along with people in Stardom? Could it be that there is women in AEW that don't get along with people in Stardom? Could it be the promoter Rosie Agawa himself, or a current female talent? I have no idea. But it's unfortunate. Stardom, they have some great talent, and it's unfortunate they can't It looks like Stardom will never be able to enter the Forbidden Door, and yeah, it's pretty disappointing. Let me know what you guys think about this. Leave your comments in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.